Hello and welcome to my channel. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Steph, and as you will have seen by the title, today I'm doing a full face of favourites. Now this is a video that I haven't done as yet, just purely because I needed to make sure that I had a favourite in each category. And now I actually do have a full face of favourites in front of me. A couple of the products are very new to me, however I'm already obsessed, so I figured let's go for it now. So let's jump right on in. The first product that I'm going to be using, because my lips are dry, just dry, it is the Madage Beauty Lip Envy Lip Balm, and it's in strawberry. It's just, I'm obsessed with this. I have been using this non-stop since I got it. Love it. So let's get on to the makeup. The primer that I've picked as my favourite will probably not come as a surprise to any of you that know me, is the Catrice Tensational 10-in-1 Dream Primer. I can't speak. Now I absolutely love this primer. It sits nice under all of my foundations. So I probably put too much on, but I love the effect on the skin. This leaves a really nice glow. You have to excuse the state of my skin. I have been in a lot of pain and it seems to have flared it up massively. And also I think lack of sleep probably doesn't help with that either. So yeah, that's definitely a favourite. So for foundation, I do have a couple of favourites, but today I've picked the Too Faced Born This Way foundation in the shade Almond. This is a foundation that I think really sits nice on my skin, and I found that it sits very nice over pretty much all of my primers as well. I probably should mention my favourite applicator for foundation at the moment is this Real Techniques foundation brush. It's one of the by Sam and Nick. Expert Face Brush. That is what it's called. So this foundation is more of a medium and buildable to full foundation, which I like because it is definitely one that you can layer and it does sit nicely on top of itself. And for the general spot concealing, etc., I've got the Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer, also in the shade Almond. I love this. I do also love the Catrice True Skin, but I figured that seeing as we were using the Too Faced Born This Way foundation, that I would use this concealer, just because I think obviously they were made to pair well with each other. So what have you guys been up to this week? I've had a pretty bad week for the pain, so where they're weaning me off of one medication, and I can't go on anything else until this has stopped, until I'm completely weaned off it. So I have done an awful lot of feeling sorry for myself. I definitely have found that the pets, the snakes, the dog, the cat, they've all contributed to helping lift me up. And for under my eyes, I like this e.l.f. 16-Hour Camo Concealer. I have it in the shade Light Sand, just to brighten up a little bit. Try and conceal those dark circles. And my favourite concealer brush to use is the Zoeva Concealer Buffer. The number is rubbing off, so I'm not sure if it's, It's a 1-something-2, I'm not sure, but it's their concealer buffer brush. I find it's kind of it's dense enough to push the concealer in where you want it. So next up is cream contour. I've been trying a couple of different ones. The Kiko one is quite nice, but the SOSU contour stick in Cool is my favourite. This is just the perfect colour for me. So just I just kind of draw around the edge of my face, and just a little bit there. And then for buffing that in, I have Real Techniques 200. And this is the perfect size and density for this purpose. And I just take my concealer brush and just drag that down the center of my nose there, just to brighten that up. So I've only recently gotten into like cream contour and cream blush, but now I find that I always head for cream contour now, and mostly cream blush also. For some reason it always used to scare me. It used to be, I don't know why, because see, makeup, it washes off. So if you don't like it, you can wash it off and start again. But for some reason, I steered clear of it for the longest time. I'm so happy that I finally tried it and realised just what a difference it can make. So I'm just going to take my foundation brush just over the edge here to make sure that there's not a line between the contour and the foundation. So next up is cream blush, and I have the Makeup by Lisa Lip and Cheek Balm in the shade Waterlily. I use my other Real Techniques 200 brush and just kind of dab it around in there. These lip and cheek balms from Makeup by Lisa are amazing. They go on really nice over the top of the foundation. They last really well. They just look beautiful on the skin. It's a really nice formula, and definitely a formula I would recommend. So just quickly tapping out under my eyes just to make sure that there's no creasing that just to make sure I don't kind of powder down any creases. Lock them in. So for powder, I do have a couple of favourites. However, this is one that I go back to a lot, and it's the Nabla Close-Up Baking and Setting Powder. It is such a fantastic powder. It's not drying, or I just really enjoy it. So for under the eyes and the smaller areas, I use this Moda Highlight and Glow brush. I just find that it's the perfect size and density just for this job. And then I just use this to go all around the T-zone, around the edges, the smile lines. And around my chin. And then just for the rest of the face, I've got this Real Techniques 300 big fluffy powder brush. and I just kind of stamp that over the rest of my face. This is a really beautiful powder, definitely one I recommend. So next we are on to eyebrows, and my current favourite is the LA Girl Brow Pomade, and I use this Morphe brush. Yeah, this is the best brush I've found for putting on my brow pomades. So I'll quickly nip off and do that because it's long, tedious and boring, but that's what I'm using. Okay, so brows on now, and next is eye primer. I do have a couple of favourites. The ABH eye primer being one of them, Too Faced Shadow Insurance, but I've been really loving the BPerfect Perfect Prime Eyeshadow Priming Base. I've been really enjoying using this one, so just whack that on. So the brush I use is the Moda Domed Shadow Brush. I just find that this spreads it out really nicely, leaves a really nice even finish. So I mainly just tap it in, like press it until I am happy. And just whatever's left on the brush, I just drag that just under my eyes a little bit. So for eyeshadow, I picked the Nomad Iceland Fire and Ice palette. Oh my word, I am in love with this palette. The colour story is just perfection. The eyeshadows perform so beautifully. This is a firm favourite. Right, so just taking this Morphe fluffy brush, I am going to dip into Nude. And I'm going to take that all the way through my crease. The tones of these shadows are just beautiful. I cannot praise these enough. So just placing it down and then blending up and out. I have been obsessed with this palette ever since I got it. And this shade is just perfection. So now I'm happy with how that's looking. I'm going to go in with Niflheim. And I'm going to use that to deepen up the outer V there. These shadows are just so easy to work with. I love them. So just keeping that focused on the outer V here, and then I will go back in with Nude to blend it out. But first I just want to get the placement. Beautiful colour. And then back in with Nude. To blend over those edges, and then just dipping back and forth between the two until I'm happy with the blend. The brush I went in with Niflheim with is a Spectrum A12. I'm terrible at forgetting to say what brushes I'm using. Yeah, pretty happy with that blend. So I'm just going to go in with some NYX glitter primer and just roughly placing that on the lid and kind of creating a faux half cut crease. Please excuse Mr. Fluff. And then just tapping out the edge there. So the first shimmer I'm going to be going in with is Valkyries. And I'm just going to be taking that on a Morphe flat brush. Such a beautiful shade. So I'm just leaving just a portion open there, and just for another shade. And then I'm going to be going in with Alfheim, the other purpley shimmer, and placing that in the area that has been left open. Oh, look at that. So this is one palette where I love every single shade. They just did such a fantastic job with this colour story. And the quality is just amazing. I'm just tapping that over the edge of the other shimmer, Valkyries, just to get a bit of a blend between the two there. And then heading back into Niflheim, I just firstly want to just blend that outer V there. Blend the shimmer into the matte. And then taking a tiny bit under the eye there. Just down onto the lower lash lines to connect the upper and lower lids. And a touch of Nude just to buff out the edge there. And for the inner corner and brow bone highlight, I'm going to be using River Glacier. And just taking that on a little tiny Morphe flat brush. Perfect. And just drag it down onto the lower lash line there. And placing some up there under the brow bone, under the brow bone, under the brow. Okay, I am happy with how that is looking, so I'm going to nip off and do my liner and lashes and then come back to continue with you, so don't go anywhere. So, eyes and lips done. I'll just let you know what products I used. The mascara is actually very new to me, however, I'm already obsessed, and it is the Madage Beauty Madeja Lash Mascara. Firstly, the packaging. The packaging is beautiful, but it's got the plasticky wand. It's small enough that it makes doing the lower lashes easy as well. And having worn this, I know it doesn't smudge, it doesn't flake. So, new favourite there. The black eyeliner is the Artitude Cosmetics Catitude Liner and Lash Adhesive in one. This is amazing. It is a game changer. I love this product. I have a backup. I love it that much. The lashes are also from Artitude Cosmetics and they are in the style Queen. The eyeliner I have in my waterline is the Colourpop Cream Gel Liner in the shade Extra Frosting. And the lippy I went in with is not going to be a surprise to a lot of you, is the Lime Crime Matte Velveteens in the shade Moonstone. I love this lippy. The colour is just perfect. So I completely forgot to use powder contour at the beginning, so we are going to go in with it now. And I'm going to be using the Kaleidos Charisma Contour Palette. It's in the Cool and Light. And I take this one for contour around the face, and this one for my nose, and then this for if I want to brighten anywhere, such as under my eyes, T-zone, anywhere like that. I love this product. I think it's the perfect colour for me. I like how buildable it is as well. It's not a boom, you've got a great big brown stripe, or grey and brown stripe, whatever. It's very easy to use. I would say it's beginner friendly. So just contour around the edges of my face there. Try and slim myself down a bit. And then just up around the temples here. And then the nose. And then just brightening under the eyes there, and taking a bit down the center of my nose, chin, and yeah, I do really rate this contour palette. I love it. I do also love the Too Faced Cocoa Contour palette, but at the moment the Kaleidos one is my favourite. So for bronzer, I'm going to be using the Nabla Skin Bronzing in the shade June. Another amazing product. And again, I think it's the absolute perfect colour for me. I just take a bit of that up on my forehead also, just to give that raw sun-kissed look. I think I'm beating everything up on my table here. And then next in with blush. Again, I don't think this is going to come as a surprise to anyone, but the blush I'm going in with is from Poutnshout, and this time it is Typhoid Mary, which is this really beautiful shade here. I think everybody is now aware that Poutnshout do my favourite blushes. And it's going to take something spectacular to match these. Just look at that. They are so pigmented, but they blend in just beautifully to the skin. They last. I can't praise them enough. And I do have another one on its way to me. So you will be seeing that soon. And then for highlights, again, I have a couple of favourites, but today I'm using the Makeup by Lisa highlight in the shade Pearl. This one has some really beautiful kind of blue and violet reflects in it, which I think will be perfect with the blue and purple eye look. Look at that colour. See, the highlighters from Makeup by Lisa are another product that I rave about. The formula is amazing, and I have two shades. I have Pearl and I have Pink Sunshine, and I love both of them. Both of them get a lot of use. And then just going in with my blush brush just to blend them together a bit. And then finally, I'm going to be going in with my Makeup Obsession So Dope Makeup Fixing Spray. It's the only one I use, so it's the favourite. So guys, there we have it, a full face of favourites. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. If you've liked this video, please give it a like, thumbs up, it really helps me out. If you're new around here, then I hope you'll consider sticking around. I'm a lover of all things makeup, especially colourful makeup, and I am a huge supporter of indie brands. So mostly on my channel, that's what you will find, because that is where my heart lies. So thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you're all having a great day, a great evening, wherever you are, and whatever you're doing, I hope you're taking care of yourselves. I will see you again very, very soon. Goodbye.